Good morning. Today is Tuesday the 2nd of June and our blog for this week is about breathing. Next week we'll be talking about praying. We're in the season of Pentecost, and Pentecost is all about breathing and air. It's the coming of the Holy Spirit, and it's a wonderful season. The verses we have for today come from Job chapter 27, verses 3 and 4. And I'm about to read out these verses that Job uttered. We know the story of Job. We know that this is God's righteous man, this archetypal true man. And he's surrounded by people who appear to be true, but they're not. They're religious people who come up with lots of comfort, which is no comfort at all, because it's based in something which is not of God. Job, in chapter 27, verses 3 and 4, protests that he's righteous, that he's true, that he only speaks true words. He says this: "As long as I have life within me, the breath of God in my nostrils, my lips will not speak wickedness, my tongue will utter no deceit." For Job, breath and life are linked to a gift of God. I think it's a great thought. The very breath that we breathe in, even as you hear me, as I speak to you, this is of God. All things are of God. All the oxygen of the universe is of God. He says, whilst I have this life within me and the breath of God in my nostrils, my lips will not speak wickedness. I love these thoughts of the true man of God. A couple of days ago, in the middle of the night, at 3:33 to be exact, I was called by my old friend Scotty, a Baptist pastor. He's in hospital and he's on his last legs, he's dying. And he wanted to have a chat. He didn't know it was at 3:33. By the way, I didn't hear it. I was sleeping out in the garden under the apple tree. But at 7:30 in the morning, when I looked at my missed calls, I saw that Scotty had called me. When I listened to him, I could hear his gasping breath. He just wanted to say he was all right, that Jesus was his mate. And he wanted to wish me well. By the way, I was so pleased that yesterday we did get to talk. But Scotty was using his breath to say farewell and to say that all was well with him and God. For Job, he says that his breath is all connected with being righteous, and he will therefore use what he says on his tongue to utter no deceit at all. He says, my lips will not speak wickedness, my tongue will utter no deceit. I think this is wonderful again, that Job's word was his word. What he said was true. He didn't have any slight or underhand thought or alternative motivation. There was no deceit. I see this sort of air, this breath of God, as being like the sky above me. This morning, the blue sky beams down and the sun shines through millions of miles and reaches us directly. The Old Testament uses the word for wind as ruach, as Matty told us on Sunday. And this breath is ours. It's pure. It's of God. As I leave you now, just ponder on the breath of God. Ponder on how you speak today. Ponder on God's purity that will flow through you. Ponder on your words. Let there be no deceit. Let our yes be yes, our no be no. I'll give you a visual. Not the air, though you can look at the air, that's what we talk about. I'll give you the visual of water. This pure water that we have is the purity of our spirits when God indwells them. It's the purity of our speech and our language, our thoughts. There should be no taint in it, no discoloration. It is refreshing to those who have it. People can trust it. It's pure and good. One more time. My lips will speak no wickedness. My tongue will utter no deceit. Let us be God's Ruach people this Pentecost, and may there be a blamelessness in our lives and in our speech. God bless you.